Apple just made one of its biggest announcements in years, and it has nothing to do with iPhones, Macs, or AirPods. The company just confirmed plans to invest a staggering $100 billion in manufacturing and technology facilities across the United States. That's right, Apple, the world's most valuable company, is about to bring a massive portion of its production back home. And this isn't just another corporate expansion. It's a move that could reshape American manufacturing, create tens of thousands of jobs, and completely change how your favorite tech products are made. So why is Apple doing this? What's behind the sudden push to Make in America? And more importantly, what does it mean for you, the consumer? Let's break it down. For decades, Apple has relied heavily on overseas manufacturing, especially in China. Most iPhones, MacBooks, and iPads are built in massive factories run by partners like Foxconn, Pegatron, and Luxshare. It's been the foundation of Apple's success, efficient, fast, and cost-effective. But in recent years, cracks started to show. The global pandemic exposed just how fragile those supply chains really are. A single shutdown in Shenzhen or a port delay in Shanghai could ripple across the world, delaying product launches and driving up costs. Then came the rising geopolitical tension between the US and China. Tariffs, restrictions, and tech bans made it riskier for American companies to rely so heavily on one region. So now Apple is doing what many thought it never would, bringing production back to the US in a big way. According to reports, Apple's new investment plan includes building advanced chip manufacturing facilities in partnership with TSMC, Taiwan's semiconductor manufacturing company, in Arizona, expanding domestic production of Apple Silicon, the powerful chips that run iPhones, iPads, and Macs, constructing new research and assembly plants across states like Texas, Ohio, and North Carolina, investing in clean energy infrastructure to power all of it sustainably. Apple says the move will create over 20,000 new jobs and support hundreds of local suppliers. It's part of a broader strategy to make its entire production line closer, greener, and more resilient. But let's be honest, Apple doesn't make moves like this just for patriotism. There's a much bigger picture here. This $100 billion shift is all about control. Apple wants more control over its chips, its components, and its future. For years, Apple depended on third-party chip makers like Intel and Qualcomm. But when it built the M1 and M2 processors for Macs, and they turned out faster and more efficient than anyone expected, Apple realized it could own the entire stack: design, production, and integration. Now, with help from TSMC's new US factories, Apple is taking the next step, producing chips domestically. That means shorter supply chains, faster innovation, and less risk from global politics. It also means Apple gets to keep its most valuable trade secrets closer to home. Remember, chips are the brains of every device, and whoever controls chip production controls the future of technology. There's another factor too: the US government. Washington has been pushing hard for companies to bring manufacturing back through the CHIPS and Science Act, a multi-billion-dollar federal program that offers tax breaks and funding for US-based tech production. Apple's new investment aligns perfectly with that policy. By building in the US, Apple not only strengthens its image as an American brand, it also benefits from massive government incentives and public goodwill. President Biden even called Apple's move a milestone for American industry, signaling how important this is politically. So in a way, this is both a business decision and a national statement. But what does it mean for you, the everyday Apple user? Well, a few things. First, product quality and innovation could improve. With manufacturing and research happening closer together, Apple can move faster. New designs, prototypes, and features can be tested and refined in real time without long overseas back and forth. Second, supply issues might finally ease up. Remember when new iPhones were delayed or MacBooks were out of stock for months? Local manufacturing reduces those risks. Third, prices might change, and not necessarily how you'd expect. At first glance, producing in the US sounds more expensive. Labor costs are higher, regulations stricter, and logistics more complex. But Apple's betting on automation, robotics, and advanced manufacturing techniques to offset that. Over time, local production could lower costs by reducing shipping, import duties, and disruptions. So while early models might be pricier, long-term, this could actually help stabilize Apple's prices. There's also the broader impact on the American economy. This move could kickstart a new wave of tech manufacturing revival. If Apple builds billion-dollar factories in Arizona and Texas, guess who follows? Suppliers, chip makers, logistics companies, and even competitors. We're talking about a ripple effect that could reshape entire local economies, creating jobs not just in factories but in engineering, research, and clean energy. It's similar to what happened in the 1950s when car manufacturers built plants across the Midwest. Those plants didn't just make cars, they built communities. Now Apple's move could do the same for America's tech heartland. There's also a branding side to this. Apple has always marketed itself as an American company, designed by Apple in California. But now, for the first time in decades, it'll be able to say something more: Made in America. That message resonates with consumers. It adds a layer of pride, reliability, and transparency, especially as concerns grow over data privacy, labor conditions, and sustainability overseas. Apple's move strengthens its image as the responsible innovator. But let's be real, this isn't just a patriotic moment, it's also a competitive one. Apple knows that rivals like Samsung, Google, and Microsoft are all investing heavily in US-based chip development. NVIDIA and AMD are already expanding American facilities. The future of tech innovation is moving westward again, not to Silicon Valley this time, but to new hubs like Phoenix, Austin, and Columbus, cities where manufacturing meets AI, robotics, and next-gen computing. Apple doesn't want to just join that movement, it wants to lead it. And there's one last piece of the puzzle: AI. Every new Apple device coming out now, from iPhones to Macs, is built around artificial intelligence. Those AI capabilities depend on advanced chips and high-speed computing. By controlling its chip supply chain inside the US, Apple gains a strategic edge in the AI race. Imagine this: future iPhones built entirely in America, running on chips made in Arizona, powered by AI that's developed in Cupertino, all within one connected ecosystem. That's Apple's vision: total integration from design to production to intelligence. So while the headlines may focus on the $100 billion investment, this move is about much more than money. It's about reshaping how Apple, and maybe all of big tech, builds the future. It's about bringing the world's most powerful technology company back to its roots and proving that American manufacturing can still lead the world. And for you, the consumer, it means the next iPhone, Mac, or Apple Watch you buy might not just be designed in California, it might be built there too.